A woman who collapsed just 50 meters from the Plymouth half marathon finishing line has thanked the people who came to her rescue. Thousands of runners set off on the 13.1-mile route around the city on Sunday morning, but the heat, paired with the grueling distance, saw 40 people needing treatment from St. John Ambulance. Maria Mooney was one of them, but the 24-year-old was determined to complete the race. After mile 11, she hit a brick wall, and became confused, floppy and couldn't walk in a straight line. Two runners came to her aid and asked Maria, from Plymouth, if she wanted to stop or carry on, but her will to get across the finish line was so strong she continued, being guided by the men. Despite her best efforts, and just meters from the finish line, medics from the St. John Ambulance rushed to her aid and told her she was not fit to carry on running. The rubbish aftermath of Britain's Ocean City half-marathon runners and medics helped Maria. They brought over a stretcher and took her to the medical tent where she was stripped of her clothes and put on a drip. She had overheated and become severely dehydrated. Amazingly, Maria had completed the first 10 miles of her race in just 1 hour 37 minutes before she began to struggle. Maria, who works at a local special school, said, "I was just 50 meters from the end. Two men helped me through the last 2 miles. Couldn't walk, my head kept falling backwards and I was struggling to see. A lot of people were saying I had to stop, but I was determined to get to the finish. My parents were at Lyra Bridge waiting around mile 3 and I knew they would be back at the hole waiting at the finish line. There was no option for me not to get there." Maria pictured in the medical tent after receiving treatment. By mile 11 my eyes were shutting and I was walking in a zigzag. The next thing I know there are people coming at me with a stretcher. I don't remember it, but I was told I was being sick over myself. My parents had jumped over the railings, my mum was screaming, they were so worried. Val, from St. John Ambulance, was amazing. She was keeping my parents calm. After around 2 hours I was able to leave and I was given advice too. Chris, Maria's mum, initially emailed the Herald to thank Val from the St. John Ambulance for the terrific care she gave her daughter. She wrote, "This amazing lady, Val, along with other people from the medical team rehydrated our daughter. Thank you so much. A big thank you to the men who helped Maria walk the last couple of miles. People are raging over women who drove at Plymouth half-marathon runners. 40 people were attended to by St. John Ambulance on the race day. Maria was running in aid of the National Autistic Society along with some teammates. She was also running for her dad, who used to participate in running events but has been unable to in recent years. Although she didn't cross the finish line on foot, the stretcher with Maria on it did, so she was able to collect her medal, and officially completed the half-marathon in 2 hours 25 minutes. Maria was not the only person needing medical attention on the sweltering marathon day. Maria with her friend Sophia Skew. She was able to pick up her medal some hours later when she had recovered. A spokesperson for St. John Ambulance said, "St. John Ambulance treated 40 people, mostly for weather and heat-related complaints. Just one patient was taken to the hospital." Race director for Plymouth Ocean City Half Marathon, Nigel Rowe added, "We were delighted in the timely manner that St. John Ambulance reacted to any calls regarding athletes in distress. Their treatment and professionalism on a testing day, due to weather conditions, is to be applauded." To donate to Maria's fundraising page, click here.